Why did this individual have to crawl out of the hole that he was hiding in?
Rising with each beat of the music is bringing real flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in.
Okay, so for those who are newcomers, I'm going to go ahead and give some context to this whole situation. Originally, when my original channel was still up, I did a couple of videos on an individual called I Hate Dogs, Dog Lovers Are Mentally Ill. This is an individual who follows a channel called I Hate Dogs, and the other channel of this other or this female dog hater, which is now under the name of Canine Aversion. At some point, I stopped doing videos on this individual. One, because he kind of hid himself from the internet, and two, there was some controversy to doing videos on this individual, because, to be perfectly honest, at first glance, it seems like the dude's not all the way there. The only reason I did videos originally on him was due to the fact that he was making death threats and rape threats to people who have challenged his and the people that he follows ethics. So, as well as trying to make videos on me, so, which I probably shouldn't have done, I will say that, but in the end, it was something that basically, at least for me, it was to prove a point. And, well, I'm going to say this. This individual decided to make a return with a new channel called, I'm not joking, I Hate Dark Reindeer. And it's just the thumbnail of the dark reindeers with a big X on it.
I went on Dark Reindeer. Dark Reindeer is a nasty bitch who always has add excuses on why he should get away with bullying and harassing and criticism.
As I mentioned time and time again, this individual believes, at least on my old channel, believes that bullying, or at least criticism, is a result of bullying. That's not the case. When we give criticism, it's to give our opinions and try to challenge your opinions and beliefs, or at least criticize you on bad ethics. That's all we're doing. We're not bullying you. We're not sending hate mobs towards you.
He says that criticism and bullying is different things, but in reality they're the same thing. Criticism is the same thing as bullying.
No, it's not. It is far from it.
And he just always adds excuses on why he thinks he can get away with it. I've been noticing he's been bullying this YouTuber called Canine Aversion or something like that, but...
Not bullying, criticizing. Especially criticizing Canine Aversion's bad ethics when it comes to dogs. Since, especially with a lot of the facts that she brings up, she lies. And just pulls things out of her ass when it comes to what she's discussing. I mean, no offense, but her head just drops off her shoulders when, like, the second she sees a dog. A perfect example was what happened with E3 when you had the famous star from The Punisher and The Walking Dead come up with his pit bull. She claims that there was no reason, but to be perfectly honest, there shouldn't be a reason for him to bring his dog. If the people allowed him to bring the dog, then they're okay with it, and the dog itself seemed perfectly trained, so what's the problem? Unfortunately, you guys don't see that, a trained dog would be, okay in that sort of environment. I mean, if it wasn't trained, and if it did exactly what you guys would claim, that pit bulls are all violent, it would have rushed the crowd and start mauling people, but it didn't. When it was commanded to, it laid down. It stayed obedient.
I mean, I've been watching his videos and he's been bullying others and he doesn't know anything about respect.
I usually hate that argument about respect when it comes to People being criticized, oh, we have to respect you. We have to respect your bad ethics. No. If you have horrible ideas, then you are open for criticism. You're open for rebuttal. And you're open to be called out for some of the dumb things that are said in videos. No offense. By the way, I'm surprised that this individual didn't make a I Hate Novakast channel, which I'm pretty sure he'll do right after this.
So, if I ever encounter Dark Reindeer in person, I would love to beat the shit out of him. Like, I would love to fucking tie him up and throw him in a sewer or something like that. I just want to find this guy and kill him.
You realize making threats and call to action to somebody by taking their life, or at least the call of action being to take their life, is illegal, right? If somebody wanted to, they can take your videos and then proceed to try to contact the police and then have you arrested, right? If they wanted to, if they had enough on you.
I don't care where he lives. I want to find this jackass and strangle him to death. So I hope this guy gets arrested and charged with cyberbullying, and I hope this channel gets terminated.
Terminated for what? He did nothing wrong. He's just criticizing your ethics. Oh no, not criticizing your ethics, because, no offense, you just regurgitate the same stuff that other people are saying. I mean, remember on your original channel where you were just copying, pasting I Hate Dogs' videos? There was nothing new to that. And that was one of the things we criticized you about, was that you were just copying, pasting his videos onto your channel. Now, you'd think this guy would be done, but oh no. No. There is a lot more. My only thoughts to this whole thing is, at least with that, what was the point? I mean, for those who've seen Dark Reindeer's earlier videos, that's what he looks like. But really, what was the point of that? Now with this video, I should have said this earlier, I'm gonna be going over every single video he's made, because to be perfectly honest, they are actually very quick, and like about a minute per video. So I'm going to go over each one. This next one is I guess a rant about gamers, which should be entertaining.
So, the reason why I hate gamers is that people who do gaming are mentally ill and they just act all crazy and stupid and thinking that they talk tough online when in real life they are just nothing but faggots.
Okay, so I know you like to throw that word around, but I don't think you know what it means. Plus, a lot of gamers, especially male gamers, a lot of them have wives. I mean, I myself am married, and I have a beautiful wife. So, yeah. I don't think you know what that word means.
So, people who do gaming should be sent to a mental hospital because they act all crazy and stuff. And
well, isn't that just the pot calling the kettle black? And I'm sorry, but aren't you the one that just made death threats to the Dark Reindeer just a second ago? I mean, no offense, but anybody who is so obsessed with wanting to kill somebody would probably be the perfect candidate for that sort of environment.
Try to call people out when it's considered harassing and...
No, it's not. People making videos about, or at least criticizing other people, is not harassment.
As in offending others, because they always add excuses and try to brainwash people thinking that they're innocent when they're not, because they don't want to be held accountable for their own actions. So that's why I hate gamers, and I think that gaming should be illegal.
You do realize that with a lot of the people that responded to you, you make it so easy for them. What do we have to be held accountable for? We've done exactly nothing wrong. All we've done is criticize your and I Hate Dogs and Canine Aversion's ethics when it comes to, at least, and let to mention your quote-unquote research, if you can even call it that, about dogs. So what do we have to be held accountable for?
Because I'm not that type of person who does these stupid violent video games such as Call of Duty, Fortnite, and Grand Theft Auto.
Well, clearly you don't have the time for that. But it does seem like you have time to show admiration for the shooters for the Columbine shooting. We'll get more into that in a little bit.
I never play those games, and even if I wanted to, I would never do that because I am not a mad gamer like you people are. Because you're so addicted. That's why Dog Randy is such a madman, because he plays all these stupid violent video games that
Okay, with a lot of the videos that I've seen from the Dark Reindeer, I don't think I've ever seen, as far as I've seen anyway, him use recordings from any violent video games. There has been games where it's like horror games, which I have a feeling that's more his motif when it comes to his videos, showing like background video of a horror video game. But overall, let's say if he did like those kind of games, what's the point? Just because it's a background video, and I hate this argument. I really do. I feel dumber every time people bring this argument up. Not just this guy, but the media itself. Violent video games cause people to become violent. It's like, okay, I've been playing video games when I was a young kid, especially violent video games. So, by this individual's logic, especially by the media's logic, I should already be in jail for, shooting up a school or something, because violent video games, or at least I've been so introduced into violent video games for a long time. Yeah, that is the dumbest argument I've heard.
that affects his mental health. So that's why he's such a crazy lunatic bitch. So that's why I never play those games, because I don't want to become a mentally ill psychopath lunatic like you people are.
Fun fact about video games, there's some studies that prove that video games itself, especially video games that allow you or have you interact with other players, build like interaction or just kind of social skills, in a sense, where you are interacting with more people, you are kind of being part of a community or a fan base of different video games, as well as supposedly it helps with puzzle solving skills, allowing you to enhance your mind, in a sense, to see broader when it comes to certain situations. And especially, let's say, for instance, games like the games you're talking about, where like shooters like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, yes, those are shooter games, but sometimes it implements a sense of strategy when it comes to those particular games. Same goes for like anything involving role play or basic puzzle solving, or let's say, the freaking mobile games like Candy Crush and stuff like that. All of it pretty much helps you with your cognitive skills. So I think that says a lot about gamers when it comes to the people that enjoy video games.
So I will make a law that gaming should be illegal, and I think that's one reason why a lot of gamer videos get swatted by police. So
No, actually, one, because you got it wrong, it's actually streaming. People stream video games. And two, the reason that people get swatted is because you have some douchebag finding the individual's address and thinking it's a practical joke, decide to call the police for a bomb threat or a mass murder at the residence. And then the police, who think that they're going to, go against the worst, go to a house, and if somebody is not careful or don't follow the police's exact instructions, end up getting shot, which is what happened with the whole Call of Duty thing, where you had that one guy now in jail for making a swatting call. Now, if it sounds like I'm a little bit tense on that whole subject where it comes to swatters, yes, I am, because honestly, if people aren't careful, then they end up, losing their lives because of because of douchebags like that. People that honestly have no existence when it comes to community, and tries to make value in their life by trying to cause harm to others.
I'll send you links to videos that a lot of YouTube gamers get swatted by police for being so ignorant and talking tough. So this is what you guys are gonna get if you become too addicted and act all tough online and stuff.
But for the most part, we're not even acting tough. What we're doing is we're only giving our responses. We're responding to... I can't believe I'm having to repeat myself when it comes to this. I really can't. But I'm doing it, and unfortunately, I have to get to the most recent video that he posted. So let's continue on, because I'm going to say this, the last video that I have that he's posted, it's very concerning to me. Okay, so the next one is on haters, just in general. Oh boy.
So, this is going to be a rant video on haters, and since I've been getting hate comments, but you notice that I disable the likes and dislikes because since I can't do anything about it, but I can just block people and report them if they add me in comments on my channel. So, if you want to add me in comments, go right ahead. I don't even care, because I can just block you and report you.
First, I have a feeling they're not even hate comments, they're just giving criticism. Second, this is just a personal thing for me. This is the reason, that kind of thought process is the reason why I just do videos. I don't respond to the comments usually. And third, I feel that the reason you block comments or report comments and disable comments or whatever, mostly is because you don't want your ideas challenged. That's the basic premise of it. Or get criticism for some of the things you've said or done in the past.
And you know, people say that, oh, you just can't handle criticism. Well, guess what? It's not that I can't handle criticism, it's that I'm not going to put up with your hate and your stupidity, so...
If that were true, then you should leave the comments on there. You keep saying you don't care, but the thing is, you obviously care. And it's unfortunate that you consider it all to be hate, because it's, for the mass majority of it, it's not hate. It's just people criticizing you and challenging your ethics.
If you don't like my videos, don't watch them, so get lost and go fuck yourselves.
Gee, where have I heard that before? Alright, every individual that doesn't want their ideas to be challenged and hate criticism and claim harassment and haters because they are being called out. It's almost every single time.
So, if you people don't like my videos, then get lost. Don't watch them. Nobody's asking you to watch my videos. So I do appreciate the support you guys giving me, but for you haters out there, fuck you all. Go fuck yourselves, you little dickheads. Nobody's asking you to watch my videos if you don't like them, so if you don't like my videos, then don't fucking watch them. Get fucking wrecked, you little dickheads.
You know, with those remarks, I wish you would see why people would criticize you. Why people would make videos on you. I really wish you would. But, alright, let's continue on. And let me just say, as I mentioned before, it gets worse than this.
Get ready to feel my wrath.
Oh, God, no.
This is what you haters are gonna get if you mess with the wrong person, so get ready to die. Pew, pew, pew. For you, Dark Reindeer, you better watch your back, cause when I come face to face with you, I will kill you for all the shit you have given me.
And just like that, you just damned yourself for making a threat online and posting a video declaring a death threat towards another person.
You are gonna pay for all the shit you have given me, you little fuckheads. I don't give a shit what your problem is. If you don't like my videos, don't watch them. I will ban people like you from making YouTube a bad environment for everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna say this straight up. Whether we criticizing I Hate Dogs or Canine Aversion, I mean, at this point, it's not even criticizing you at this point. With us criticizing those guys and then calling you out for your death threats, whether it's good or bad, that doesn't give you the right to make threats towards people. That's not okay. That's not good behavior. Now, this is the part where like I said, it's probably the most concerning video. This was the latest video that he posted, and it is titled "Message to the Haters." Remember when I mentioned that he admires the shooters of the Columbine shooting? This is why I made that statement.
So, wanna know why Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold are innocent victims? And for those who don't know who Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, they are two kids who were students at Columbine High School who were bullied by people and decided to get revenge by shooting up their school and killing those people who bullied them.
You know, I'm gonna say this makes me genuinely mad because they didn't just kill people that bullied them. They went on a full rampage, killed innocent people that had nothing to do with those two. In fact, one individual, if I remember correctly, who was a Christian, they knew she was Christian. She stood up and tried to make her denounce her faith, and when she wouldn't, they shot her. Didn't do anything to them. An innocent girl or student shot dead for her beliefs.
So, bullying is the main cause of school shootings and people to act violent.
You see, I believe, yes, there's bullying in schools, but I don't think that's the case for the mass majority of it. A lot of times, it's mostly due to the fact that the individual, and I'm going to say this because I'm no psychiatrist, but this is what it sounds like every time we hear about a school shooting. The individual was more likely unstable to begin with. Bullying itself was a trigger. They already had the ideas flowing through their head about killing people.
And for you bullies out there, this is what you're gonna get for messing with the wrong person. So if you continue with the threats and the harassing and the excuses that you give me, you're gonna feel the world of pain. Like, I don't care how tough you are. I don't care what your criminal record is. I don't care how black you are and how much of a faggot you are. I will show no mercy. So, for you bullies out there, this is what you're gonna get.
So I know it sounds cliche, but originally I didn't want to make this video. The only reason I made the videos on this individual on my old channel was to combat the ethics mostly from I Hate Dogs and Canine Aversion. The same ethics that this individual was copying and pasting on his channel, as well as calling him out for the death threats and rape threats that he made on a woman who was pregnant, as well as myself and the Dark Reindeer. This kind of behavior is not okay. It is not him constantly making threats towards people, and especially not knowing the difference between hatred and bullying and criticism. It is concerning to me. And I make this video to kind of showcase some of the things that he's been doing some of the things he said, and mostly so that way if people, or at least let's say a family member of his, sees this, he needs help. I'm saying this out of utter concern for not just him, but, and I know that's going to be weird for me to say this, but for everybody that is in the community, especially probably wherever he lives. Because if he thinks that because he's bullied, then he can automatically go and start killing somebody, then that is a concerning thought to me. And it begs the question whether he will actually do it, and will he find the means to actually go out and kill the people that he thinks is quote-unquote bullying him. So, ultimately, I'm just going to say this is my final words. This individual needs help. He needs, if anything, because like I said, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't have any skills in psychology or counseling, but as an individual on the internet, this is a concerning thing. So anybody that knows this individual personally, please get him the help he needs. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments down below. Love to hear what you guys have to say. At least give your thoughts on this whole situation. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care.